Jeffrey was not educated in his home about go to university, work as a flight attendant for Delta. Somebody would loan you money so you could start a business. Jeffrey believed that the only two ways he can break the generational hopelessness and despair for his family, himself, and he wanted to break it for as many people as he could who were in this struggle, was to be a professional athlete or an accomplished musical artist. Jeffrey chose the latter. And from that day forward, every week, every month, every year, to this day, Jeffrey practices to make himself a better musical artist. In Jeffrey's neighborhood, rap, it's a subset of hip-hop. Gangster rap is a subset of rap. That was the most popular music at that time. So Jeffrey sought to find out how can he accomplish his mission to be a successful rapper. So he had the internet. They were poor, but they had phones with the internet. So he would Google and look up and get on social media every accomplished rap artist and see what made them special. And Jeffrey would listen to beat after beat after beat. These are billions of musical chords that he listened to. And he tried and he forced himself to be able to speak fast within the beat and rhyme words. Jeffrey can't sit there and write out the words. He doesn't spell well. But he can listen and learn and look up what words mean, or just make up words to put them into the beat. And Jeffrey studied two rap artists particularly. He idolized a gentleman named Dwayne Carter. His performing name is Little Wayne. Jeffrey also idolized Tupac. And Jeffrey looked at what is Little Wayne doing that's making him so successful, because Little Wayne is right before Jeffrey. He is born on September 27th of 1982. He's 9 years older than Jeffrey. And Little Wayne, by the time that Jeffrey came along, has exploded. He is a superstar. And Little Wayne changed the culture. It was more than just the sound of the music. Now, Jeffrey studied Little Wayne so much, he sounded like Little Wayne. You're going to hear witness after witness that Jeffrey sounded just like Little Wayne. But Jeffrey realized that Little Wayne had a following, a fan base. And people who dressed like Little Wayne. It used to be that rappers wore baggy pants, big uniforms from teams. Little Wayne changed it. He wore proper fitting pants. Little Wayne tattooed his face. He's the first one. Jeffrey has tattoos on his face. Jeffrey changed the clothing. He took what Little Wayne did, and Jeffrey wore tight fitting pants. He's the first. He did that because when he would take his ill-fitting clothing from his sisters, they were tight jeans. Jeffrey wore tight necklaces. He wore dresses. He realized in order to become successful and to accomplish his mission of breaking those bonds, he had to capture people's experiences and make it interesting, both musically and creating a brand. He's advertising. Jeffrey was called Little Jeff. His father is Jeffery Williams Sr. He was called Big Jeff. But Jeffrey is sounding like Lil Wayne. He's trying to emulate Lil Wayne on social media. To call himself Little Jeff and Lil Wayne, he thought that that doesn't sound too good. That's a bridge too far. So Jeffrey wanted to have a performing name. So he looked to Tupac. You will learn that in 1983, the incomparable talent Michael Jackson released a song that went around the globe, P.Y.T., Pretty Young Thing. About 13 years later, Tupac is featured on a song with Smooth. And that song is P.Y.T., Playa, P-L-A-Y-A, Young Thugs. And on that song there's a repeat of words. And this really connected with Jeffrey. It's a black man that not too many understand. That's what Jeffrey felt about people with nice color skin. Jeffrey had interest in women, but he never considered himself a player. A player to Jeffrey was somebody who had the girls kind of coming at them at all times. Jeffrey wasn't like that. Jeffrey was shy. He was really tall and really skinny. He was malnourished. His teeth were rotten. There was no money to go to a dentist. And all the sugar from the candy that he ate to keep substance in his body rotted his teeth. So Jeffrey would speak by covering his teeth with his lips, or often speak like this with his hand or his arm over his teeth, because he had low self-esteem. He was made fun of and bullied growing up. So he got rid of the player. That was not going to work for him. But he kept the young thugs. He got rid of the S, and he became a performer, young thug. And from that day forward, he insisted everybody call him Young Thug. On every type of tweet, Facebook, social media of any kind, on any records, he refers to himself as Young Thug. And that fit in to the appearance of the gangster rap, because most people think about a thug as a criminal. But to Jeffrey, thug had a different meaning. Now, some of you read books about Tupac and what it meant to be thug life. Thug life, the hate you give little infants, F's, everyone. Meaning discrimination and racism hurts all of us. We teach that to our kids. That was not what Thug meant to Jeffrey. Thug meant and means to Jeffrey something very personal. It was his pact that if he could ever make it as a musical artist and help his family, himself, and his many others out of this endless cycle of hopelessness, he would be truly humble under God. That's what Thug means.